Hello and welcome. It's been a long time since I've done a video. I have taken a bit of a break, to be honest. I did want to get something out, but I just thought I just needed a little bit of rest from work and just to focus on other things. But I am back. Today I am going to start the next arc of One Piece. So today I'm going to be starting the Arlong Park arc. Now I made a mistake last time. The Byractic arc actually finished on chapter 68 and I thought it finished on chapter 67. So we're going to be finishing that off anyway, and then I'm going to split this video into two parts because I don't have volume 10 yet. So I'm going to read the rest of volume 8 and then volume 9, and then when I get volume 10 and then I'll finish the remainder of the arc with volumes 10 and 11. But these are the two volumes I'm going to be working on today. So let's go ahead and get started. And also, I am not naked, I am wearing a low cut top. Let's go start on chapter 68. So to actually wrap up the Byractic arc, Sanji's decided that he's actually going to go with them. Nami has fled with the ship and everyone else has gone after her, so the other pirates have told Luffy, and he's like, I don't understand. Oh wait, I kind of understand. So then they've gone that way, obviously. Sanji means a lot to these chefs. Like, he's trying to be like all cocky and like, I'm not gonna miss this place, but he really is going to miss this place. So it's just nice to see him saying its goodbyes and everyone's sad that they're saying goodbyes. Some chefs try to beat him up, but he doesn't let them, so then that carries on. So we're actually going to start the Arlong Park arc now, chapter 69. So I think what I'm going to do is go through every couple of chapters or so and see how I go. I think I'm going to finish this and then I'm going to finish the rest of the volume and then I'll let you know my thoughts on it. So I'll see you in a minute. That was a lot to unpack. Those last 3 chapters were like just full of information. So we learn about the history of where Nami's actually from. So she's from a town called Cocoa Town, and it's under the protection of this sort of pirate crew, but they're actually called fishmen, so they're kind of like half human, half fish. Not a lot's been stated about them, they're just kind of these horrible monsters and they think low of humans, so they make the humans pay taxes to them so they don't pillage the village. And Nami turns out to be part of their crew. I think she joined the crew for some reason. I think she joined the crew for some reason. She wouldn't join them because she tries to act all tough, but she's not like that at all. So Usopp and Zoro got there first, obviously, but Usopp did abandon Zoro, so Zoro gets taken to them by the fishermen and then like sees Nami, and that's where she's acting tough, and he falls into the pool and to see what she'll do, and she actually rescues him because she doesn't want to see him drown. So yeah, you can see the hint of her true nature. She's not a cold-hearted witch at all. So Usopp has run into the village of Orange, has gone to one of the villages, Cocoa Village, and has run into this kid that tried to storm the Arlong pirates. But Nami stopped him because the kid would have got himself killed, so she's trying to protect him again. It's another hint at her true nature there. And Usopp runs into his stepsister and she tells him that she's part of the Arlong pirate crew, and Usopp doesn't like this at all, so he gets really angry. So I think there's going to be a bit of a conflict there. But we do get some backstory into how like the Grand Line is ruled. It's ruled by these 7 pirate lords, and in Zoro's previous fight with one of the pirate lords, he's one of the 7. So there's 7 pirate lords, and they're people who want to be feared. So we're learning about how the Grand Line is being controlled, and this is going to be dangerous, I can tell. And Luffy's not listening because he's an idiot, he's trying to draw a mermaid, but we'll see how this goes. So yeah, I'm finally glad to finish that volume, but we're going to carry on with them. We're going to carry on, so I'm going to finish this volume, so I will see you in so let's start on chapter 72, and I will see you in a few chapters. Wow, that was a lot to take in. So fishermen have gone to Cocoa Village, because this man has this sword, and so it's like one of the rules that he's not allowed to have weapons. So like he's almost gonna get killed, so the village, he just says to the villagers, just leave me. It doesn't matter about my sacrifice, just remember everything you sacrificed. Usopp got captured by the fisherman crew because he tried to help save the village, but it didn't go too well because he's on his own. And I think sometimes these guys are idiots. They try and defend stuff, but they're on their own, and it's just like Zoro did take down some of the crew, and he's just chilling back at Arlong Park. And then like this octopus guy, he seems a bit like dim-witted, seems kind of like the caretaker, thinks he's a guest, and he's like, oh yeah, I'll just take you back, I'll take you to Cocoa Village. So he goes back to Cocoa Village, and then it turns out that obviously Usopp's been captured, so Zoro's got to go back on himself. And then we'd see that Nami hates this town, but we finally know why she wants 7 million berries, so she can buy the village off. So that's why she joined the pirate crew. So yeah, she's still good-hearted. That's the reason why she's doing it, and it's why she sacrificed her freedom, essentially. And then the octopus guy was looking for like some sort of sea monster, and this is what Luffy and Sanji run into, and it's like this cow monster thing. I'm one of the like spares. One of the other guys says that it's a Grand Line monster, what's it doing here? So we're getting a look into what like the Grand Line is like, with like the nature and things. So and it is an actual sea cow, it's like it's a cow but massive, and it does try to eat them, but they managed to tame it and they start riding it to Arlong Park. So I'm excited to see how this all pans out. So let's move on to the next future. This arc seems like there's a lot going on in this arc, so it's like a lot of information to digest and just try and remember, just to go through it all and like just observe what's happening in the story. Nami's returned, and Usopp's there, and Usopp doesn't trust her anymore, and to prove her worth she kills Usopp, and Johnny saw that, and I don't believe she would have killed him. I think that's kind of like a ploy. It looks like she's killed him. I wonder if she injured him or something like that, but I don't think she would kill him, but it looked like she killed him just so she could show her loyalty. But Luffy doesn't like that at all. He's arguing with Johnny, saying, why would you do that? And then Nami has showed up. And then on the other side of the story, the Navy has showed up, but because the villagers called them to come help them, but the fishermen don't like that, so they go and attack the ships, just showing how strong they are. And the four of them at the moment are up against, like, I don't know how it'll go, to be honest. It doesn't seem like it's gonna go the best, but yeah, let's carry on reading. I want to know. This is getting very exciting. I want to know. I think because it involves one of the main characters. Like we finally got to learn about her story. So yeah, let's move on. So yes, I was right. Usopp was just injured, and he shows up, and then the guys are all arguing, and Nami's telling them to go away because she's worried about them. You can tell that she doesn't want them to get hurt, because I think in her eyes she was starting to see them as her friends, and that's something that hurts her to see. But there's some, I don't like the Navy guy that had made a deal with like the fisherman, I think was his name, Seesaw person, whatever his name was. They're in cahoots and he's looking for Nami, and I don't like that. They do see Nami as like, the fishermen do see Nami as this kind of betrayal person, and one of them did find a map in her room, but then she's like, oh, like that's a map I just want to... Talking about this promise, and I have a feeling that something's gonna happen to this promise about the village, and I think the pirate is gonna go back on his word, something like that. But then we also get a backstory into Nojioko, and Nami's backstory about how they were found by this woman called Balmer, and she was a pirate, but they're so poor Nami has to steal. And then Nami learns the truth about where she came from, like she was being carried by Nojiko, and then once she ran away, like there was a big argument with Balmer, and I think she made a promise to Balmer, because I think Balmer's gonna get killed in the next few chapters because the fisherman pirates have turned up in the village, because we're still in the flashback, and I'm not looking forward to seeing how the town was overtook. But yeah, let's carry on. It's quite sad really when you think about, like, she had a happy home, like they weren't perfect, but she had a home taken away from her almost. So yeah, let's move on. Wow, that was really intense. I just, like, the whole of like Nami's backstory and like her mother being Balmer, and like you saw how they were like they were kind of happy, and like Balmer saw them as her own kids, and like the village tried to protect them by saying, because they're poor, that she had enough berries for one adult, so they try and say, oh, we'll put them out to sea, but Balmer's like, no, they're my children, I can pay for my children, but not for me. So she gets shot in front of them. Like, oh my god, like, I just don't have any words, because these poor kids, like, imagine seeing your own mother get, like your parental figure shot right in front of you, and you just expected to carry on like that. And not to mention the crew, the pirates like make her part of the crew because she draws maps and things, and it's just like, oh my god, that's all I can say. It's just really intense, and I'm really sorry, but and the whole village thinks that she's gone to the pirate side, but her sister knows better. Oh my god, I can't believe it. This poor lady, just wow. Yeah, that is really intense, but wow. So yeah, I'm going to finish the next two chapters, but I don't think anything can compare to what I've just read, because oh my god, oh my god. Can I just say, this is my favourite arc so far. It's just really like good and just really exciting. And so the Navy guy is looking for Nami because she's a thief and she's stolen from the money, so they've taken the money that she's saved up for 8 years. So I thought that the pirate guy was going to break his promise, and this makes her really angry, and she hasn't cried for 8 years, and she starts crying, and so she stabs her arm where the tattoo is. She's like here where the tattoo is, and starts bleeding, and then Luffy comes to her aid, and then she asks Luffy for help. And turns out the whole village knows about it as well, and they're going to help on the attack, because they said as long as Nami was alright, but obviously they've gone too far this time. So everyone is going to fight. So Luffy has ran to the Arlong pirates, and that's where volume 9 has ended. And just a lot to digest and a lot to say, but that is the end of this part 1 of Arlong Park arc. And once I get volume 10, I think it then goes up to some part in volume 11, I will do a part 2. So thank you for watching. I've really enjoyed this arc so far, but it's definitely my favourite arc so far. It's just wow. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos from me, and I will see you next time. Bye.